This video is a review video for Chapter 7. A painter mixed 1/4 quart of red paint with 3/4 paint of purple paint. So whenever we mix something, we're putting it together, which means we know we're going to be adding those together. So we know red and blue make purple. So I have 1/4, and then I'm going to add 3/4, and all together that gives me 4/4, or 1 whole quart of purple paint. I then biked 1 2/3 hours on Monday, 2 1/3 hours on Tuesday, and 2 2/3 hours on Wednesday. What is the total number of hours he spent biking? So we know since we have and the word total, we're adding these together. And I want to try and see if I can make a whole. So I know that 1/3 and 2/3 equal a whole. So I'm going to add those together first. So 1 2/3 plus 2 1/3. That is 3/3, which I know can regroup to a whole. 2 plus 1 is 1 plus 1 is, 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. And then I know I still need to add in this other fraction. So now I have 4 plus 2 2/3. Well, I have 2/3 plus no thirds is 2/3. 4 plus 2 is 6. So my final answer is 6 2/3. Trisha had 4 1/8 yards of fabric to make curtains. When she finished, she had 2 3/8 yards of fabric left. She says that she uses 2 2/8 yards of fabric. Do we agree? So on this one, we're just checking to see if she is correct. So we have 4 1/8, subtract 2 3/8. Well, I can't take 3/8 away from 1/8, so I'm going to borrow. And remember, when I borrow a whole, I'm not borrowing 1, I'm borrowing however many this denominator is, because 8/8 makes a whole. So now I have 8/8 plus 1/8, that's 9/8, minus 3/8 is 6/8. 3 minus 2 is 1. So do we agree? No, she only has 1 6/8 left. Okay, next question. Miguel's class went to the state fair. The fairground is divided into sections. Rides are in 6/10 of the fairground. Games are in 2/10 of the fairground. Farm exhibits are in 1/10 of the fairground. Now we're going to use that information for the next couple questions. So part A says, use the model. Which fraction of the fairground is rides and games? So rides is 6/10. Games is 2/10. And we have the word and in there, so we're adding those together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for rides and 2/10 for games. So I can see all together that I have 8/10, which I could reduce by dividing that by 2, so 4/5. Now part B says how much greater, so that's a subtraction problem, is the part of the fairgrounds with rides than farm exhibits? Well, rides is 6/10. Farm exhibits is 1/10. So we're going to subtract those and we get 5/10, which we know is also 1/2. All right, Rita is making chili. The recipe calls for 2 3/4 cup of tomatoes. How many cups written as a fraction greater than 1 are used in the recipe? So we go around the world, multiply, then add. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11, and my denominator stays the same. All right, the next one, Lamar's mom sells sports equipment online. She sold 9/10 of the sports equipment. Select a way that 9/10 can be written as a sum of fractions. So all we're doing is adding these up and see if they equal 9. So 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. So that one does not work because it is 6/10. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 3 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So that is 9/10. So yes, that one will work. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, so that will not work. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9. So that one will work. 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10. This is 10 tenths, so that won't work. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 3 is 9, so that one also works. All right, question 7. Bella brought 8/10 of a gallon of water on a hiking trip. She drank 6/10. So if you drink it, you're getting rid of it. How much is left over? So we have 8/10 minus 6/10. 8 minus 6 is 2, so 2/10, which also can be reduced to 1/5. In a survey, 6/10 of the students chose Saturday and 1/10 chose Monday as their favorite day of the week. What fraction shows the students who chose Saturday or Monday? So or is a keyword that means you add. So I have 6/10 chose Saturday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1/10 chose Monday. So that means a total of 7/10 of the class really likes Saturday or Monday. How are the numerator and denominator of your answer related to the model? Well, the numerator tells us how many to shade in, and the denominator tells us how big the parts are. All right, so match the equation with the property used. If it is the commutative property, then the numbers switch order. If the numbers do not move order and the parentheses move, then it's the associative property. So we have 6/10, 4/10, 3/10, 6/10, 4/10, 3/10. So the numbers did not move, and I can see the parentheses move, so that one is the associative. We have 1 and 1/4. That's in the same order. 3, see the numbers flip-flopped here, so that makes it commutative. 2 and 6/10, same order. 1/10, same order. 3 and 9/10. The numbers did not move, so this is the associative property. 3 and 4/7 and 2 and 1/7. So the numbers are in a different order, which means it is the commutative property. Question 10. Select yes or no if the sum or difference is correct. So we're just seeing if the answers are right. 2/8 plus 1/8 is 3/8. Well, 2 plus 1 is 3. Yes, that's correct. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5/5. Yes, that's correct. 4 plus 1 is 5. Yes, but 6 and 6, we do not add the denominator, so it should have been 5/6. So it's wrong. 6 minus 4 is 2. 12 is the denominator, so that is correct. 7 minus 2 is 9. Or 7 minus 2 is 5. They added instead, so that would be incorrect. Gina has 5 and 2/6 feet of